What's up, YouTube? So here comes the question. It's not a rhetoric question. Why do men stop calling after successful dates? Why do we men stop calling after successful dates, huh? Hell of a question. Why do we do it? Why would you do it, man? Why would you stop calling after the successful date? Tell me. I've never done it. I guess I've never had a successful date. Not that I remember of. It's always like a feeling after the date, like, man, damn, man, I could have done better. I know I could. I know I can do better. But every time I fail. Every time it's a fiasco. But nevertheless, I had some. I have had some dates when the other party, the other side, might have felt that it was successful, that it went successful, but I've never called. I've never called back. I've never texted. So at least I can speak from my experience. Why did I do it? I don't know about the other guys. I guess it wasn't successful to me. Huh? That's the simple answer. Is it answer? Answer, yeah? Reply? I'm trying to better my pronunciation. I'm trying hard. So maybe it's better to let it go. You know, just let it go. Accept your accent. I even say the word accent with an accent. So just I'm telling to myself, just let it go, man. Anyway, nobody's listening, so just be it. But back to the issue. So why do men? What is it? Why do men stop calling after the successful dates? And there it goes. You were sure that your relationship was developing and you were getting closer. And in the meantime, your new friend stopped texting and calling. Nothing fatal has definitely happened to him. Half an hour ago, he was active on social networks. And this makes it even more painful. Psychologist Marina Miaus reflects on why your expectations and your partner may not coincide. So, but the question is, why do men stop calling after the successful dates? So plural, yeah, after the successful dates. I've really never had an experience of stopping, refusing contact or refusing go on after some successful dates. Because if it goes good, one after another in a row, a few successful dates in a row, man, get your self-esteem up. Come on, man. I mean, when you're having a bad stretch, when you're having with the different persons, bad dates, one after another, and another, it's like losing in a row, in sports, for example. 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, having losing stretch, it doesn't feel good, I guess. You start to feel frustrated, or the pronunciation is frustrated. You feel frustrated. Frustration. Frustrazione. That's how you feel. You feel frustrazione. That's why Italian language is so easy, man, to pronounce. Not to everybody, because I have a trainer. She's from Brazil, and she's basically, and as I understand, people who speak Portuguese are having problems with the Italian pronunciation. I mean, not it's it's a big problem, but I'm having a problem with the English pronunciation. In my opinion, English pronounce is one of the most difficult. I don't know about Chinese and all that other languages that I don't know, but Russians are struggling in pronunciation in English. I mean, a lot of nations are struggling in pronunciation. Man, come on, what's up, guys? What did you do to your pronunciation? Why it's so tough? In Italian, it's easy. You pronounce how you read how you see. Frustrazione. That's it. So back to frustrazione, because it frustrates me. The pronunciation frustrates me, man. Like a bad date might frustrate you. Or you might feel frustrated when you felt that the date went very well. The date went great, in your opinion. And I'm talking about the first date. I'm talking. And if you take into the consideration a few good dates, now you're talking about now you're talking about relationship. It's a relationship right there. So let's separate apples from the oranges. Huh? Guys, let's separate oranges from the apples. What are we talking about here? Did I pronounce it good? Are we talking about, what are you talking about? Huh? Are we talking about like a stretch where you're already getting into the relationship, basically like a couple of encounters, or the first date? The first date, I've had an experience mostly being on the receiving end of the frustration. Now I got it right. Of the frustration. When the girl does not respond. I felt that. And the difference is that the man culturally has to be should, like shudism, we call it in Gestalt, has to be active. I mean, the hunter, yeah, the hunter. You gotta go for it, go for your prey. Gotta hunt her down, man. No, not funny. But you have you gotta make a move. See, I mean that's from Italian. See. But in English they also use yes. See, you see. They use it. You see. They don't use it. See. So, but they use it so. So you have to. You don't have to, but the society accepts your activity, not activity, I just cannot come up with the word. Initiative. Mamma mia. Huh? Initiative. They have also accidenti. Accidenti in Italian is accident, basically. But not in the way of accident, but accidenti when something doesn't go right. So initiative accepted from the man, and it's not accepted from the girls, from women. You cannot initiate. It's not culturally accepted. At least here in Georgia. No way. On contrary, Georgian women have to be passive. And I would add passive aggressive, at least in the beginning. They have to be passive aggressive. And that scares a lot of guys. It scares me, for example. That's why I'm having some issues, troubles. Getting through the first stage. I'm good on the first date. I might be funny sometimes. Might listen, be like active listening, have some skills, like a small talk. Then it falls apart for me, falls apart for me. But that's not an issue here. So go back to what's happening here. So the guy definitely happened. Him vanishes. The guy vanishes after few good dates, yeah, after some texting, just but he's alive. So as I see, they are friends on the social network. She can see that he's online, but ignoring. Not active, no initiative, no interest, yeah, and that's has to be frustrating, and might feel anger. How do you say it? It might be angry for her. I mean, and the anger also connected to cultural restriction of going for it. I have no idea what's going on in these generations, the younger generations. I get they are quite a different, but in my generation and like 10 years younger, I am 44. Okay, it's too much now. It's not funny anymore. I'm 44, going for the 45. Man. And thank you. I don't look like 44. I look much younger, at least like 42, 41. And that's funny when somebody says, when I say my age, sometimes it happens, and the other guy says, or whatever the other party says, oh no, you man, wow, I wouldn't think that you'd be 44. I would have thought you'd be like 37 or something, 38. And it makes me, I'm not satisfied with looking as 37. I want them to see me as 28. It's much better when we start low. That's why when a guy says I'm 73 and I want to be nice to the guy, I would say to the girl, like 73 years girl, I would say, hey girl, you look like 50. I would cut like 20 down, not like 5, 6. Let's cut it more. What the hell, man? Who cares? And I like the face that lights up. That's how I do light up. When somebody says, I'm 45. Wow, man, you look like 30. That's nice. I don't want 37, 38. Come on, what is 6 years, man? What the heck? What is the difference, man? But I would die to cut like 2 or 3 years back, huh? I would pay a lot. Back to the topic. So there was everything: romantic dinners and bouquet. I dreamed of the most radiant future, and then he suddenly disappeared. Such stories are often heard by psychologists from women who in a short time of dating managed to idealize the image of a man and a future union with him. I'm not a psychologist. I'm Gestalt therapist, the most. Never heard such kind of request. But basically, there is an answer in the question also. Don't like they want to say, don't idealize men too soon. Stay here and now. I immediately felt this is my man. We feel good together. And on the second date there was an intimacy between us, recalls Mariana. Not everything went smoothly on the first night. He was very, very worried. but I realized that I wanted to be with him. In the morning, we talked about joint plans. I thought he was happy with me. However, he has not appeared since then. So here Mariana had a couple of dates. First, a good one. Second, a better one with intimacy. I know, man, I'm too close to the mic. I know the unwritten rule of 3 dates. Yeah, it's like what is it? Yeah, I mean, it inserted already a myth. 1, 2, 3, you out. But here it's not you out. 1, 2, 3, you home. So the third is the lucky one. But it happened on the second one. But it didn't go smoothly, she says, on the first night. And the only night, as I see. He was very worried. But I realized that I wanted to be with him. So she understood. She didn't judge him. Yeah, that's the main point. She didn't judge his performance. And the most we are, I don't know about we, but I am fearful of judgment. I fear to be judged by my performance. And but this guy had nothing to fear. In the morning, they even talked about joint plans. I thought he was happy with me. That's the main question, yeah? It sounds like a mother with a child, you know. My boy is happy with me. So she made him happy. It's also not a bad thing. However, he has to appear. He has not appeared since then. And it hurts, really hurts. When you feel like there was a connection, when you feel you were the kind person, not judging the other, behaving, you know, in the right way, and he just disappears. And then you have a taboo, you have a interact that you cannot ask of him. It's not culturally accepted for women to be more bold. That's how I know. I don't know. That's how I know. I don't know. So the main question is, I guess, more how to handle this frustration that after you get this open gestalt, like unfinished business, yeah, we call it. It stuck in your mind. Why did it happen? What happened? Was it my fault? Was it his fault? Whose fault was it? You know, more about cognitive thing. And when there were few occasions when I didn't continue after the first date. I've never had like several dates and then vanishing from my side, but I've been on the receiving end quite a few times when the other when she doesn't respond. But also, now that I think, why didn't I call back after the first date? I didn't like something. I just didn't feel right. It was not successful to me. You see what I'm saying? It might felt successful, but and what can you say? How can you be more gentle? What can you come up with after the first date when you didn't like what was happening? I mean, you just didn't feel right. Yeah, it did not feel right. It did not feel right for you. The only way the most of us go on is we just stop calling, from the men's side, and women never call. So basically, that's how it falls apart. So that's what I can say. On the other hand, how to be able to live with those open gestalts. Sure, there are so many open gestalts in our lives, unfinished businesses with persons. It's all relational. Yes, some relational things. Refusals. When we get refused. When we get denied. And just be aware of not feeling obsessed with some of them. They might come in front and go back, like they say, become a figure and go to the background. That's the healthy way. The unhealthy way, it's more when it stuck in figure and becomes like your figure and you just cannot get it out of your head. And that's when you need a help. Because being alone in this kind of state, I mean, it's not, I think it's not functional. I mean, you can function, but you can do better. First of all, you go and talk with our friends. That's our, comes from our nature to put this topic into the relation. You go to your girlfriends, you go to your friends, but choose the ones who are not very judgmental, who would listen to you. Not about advising. Yeah, if there are some red flags, sure, we can clean it up a bit and make it better, but like they do while going for the job openings, vacancies, But the main point is not about improving something, but more about sharing it with the right person, so you can chew on it and put your metabolism into work. Yeah? How do you say those? How is it to swallow it? You want to swallow it, yeah? And to digest, that's the word. You want to digest this. You got to make this like digesting move. You got to digest it, and then shit it out. That's the process, the healthy process. So those are my thoughts about this issue. Hope they were helpful, whoever gonna listen to it. So ciao YouTube.